Gregg, Maya, and Betty are not experts, nor do they claim to be. They're just a bunch of nerds who enjoy talking about movies, shows, and current events. So sit back, grab a coffee, relax, and enjoy a brand new episode of All Queued Up.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of All Queued Up, the review podcast tied to streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime, HBO Max, Disney Plus, etc., etc. I'm your host, Gregg, and with me always is my Don Fisher and Betty Badger. How are you two been this week?
Doing okay. How about you, Maya?
For the most part, pretty well. Did have some unfortunate things come about, but yesterday I got out and actually went to the movies for the first time since this pandemic hit. I went to see the Venom Let There Be Carnage movie with a friend of mine. First time I'd seen a movie in a theater since The Rise of Skywalker, December of 2019. So if that tells you anything. Missed movie popcorn. Oh, it was good. But yeah, the movie was decent enough. It was better than the first one, absolutely. But it was a good time to get out. And, let's see. Oh, big news. I found out that there was a new equality law passed in Virginia this summer. And now I don't have to provide proof of sexual reassignment surgery to have my gender updated on my driver's license and birth certificate. So I did that this morning.
Nice.
Yeah. So all my documentation will read as female, finally, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
Big thank you to my friend Chastity for letting me know that. And yeah, that's pretty much me. For the most part. What about you, Gregg? What's up with you?
Nothing really. I watched all of Squid Game and The Long Halloween, which we're not reviewing, but I highly recommend everyone watch Squid Game. The fucking show was fantastic.
It was so good.
Oh, you watched it too? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd love it. Honestly, I think it's in your wheelhouse.
It was fantastic.
I watched it dubbed. Did you watch it dubbed or subbed?
I watched it dubbed.
Okay, yeah, it's a solid dub. I feel like if you watch dubbed anime, they're able to go in and kind of adjust the animation a little bit to make it fit the words that maybe work a little bit better. But with live action, they can't. So you get a few of classic anime like Speed Racer type lines. Like the characters like talking, what they said is really short in Korean, but in American or in English, you'd have to say maybe a little bit more. So they have to say it really fast with like a huh at the end. Oh, you think you're really good at this game, huh? And you're just like, oh, what? Jesus. But it's far and few in between.
Yeah, and again, none of the dubbing took away from my experience.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I loved it.
I bawled my ass off. And
There's
then I got really mad, and I was like, fuck you! I'm done!
Yeah. There's a few characters that you'll like. There's one character that's the fucking Bev King of the show. Character from Midnight Mass that we hated to love, or love to hated. Sorry, whatever. Anyway, yeah, and then HBO Max has both parts 1 and part 2 of the Long Halloween animation, which is really solid. Really solid. If you like Batman stories, yeah, it's you can see that a lot of movies and other sort of things have were inspired by Long Halloween. But I got to tell you, I really don't need to watch fucking Martha and
Thomas Wayne die again.
Again, yeah. It's Jesus Christ. Like let's just move on from that. But
Batman can't move on from it, so why should we?
Apparently. But yeah, so today we're going to be reviewing the finale of What If, and episode 6 of Why the Last Man, which I almost forgot to watch. I had to watch it an hour before What If came out last night. However, this is our podcast's 4th anniversary episode. It's fucking wild that we've been doing this for that long. A lot of things have changed in our lives, but my life is about to change for the worse. So, before I show you what I have, I'm going to put on these gloves.
Greg's going to give himself a prostate exam live on camera.
Oh, boy. So, I have always been kind of like, if it's on camera, I'll do something stupid. Maya can attest to this when it comes to maybe the Mega Man-a-thon or something to that effect.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent $20 on this, by the way. It's a $20 thing.
Show them the package before you open it. Yes, the Paqui one-chip challenge.
Let me read the back to you, because Jesus Christ. Do not eat if you are sensitive to spicy foods, allergic to peppers, nightshades, or capsaicin. If you are pregnant or have any medical conditions, keep out of touch of children. After touching the chip, wash your hands with soap and do not touch your eyes or other sensitive areas, hence the gloves. Seek medical assistance should you experience difficulty breathing, fainting, or extended nausea. Now,
what Greg's going to do is he's going to eat this chip, and then before he takes his glove off, he's going to insert his finger and give himself a prostate exam to see how spicy his prostate can handle it.
You're weird. You know that?
I'll give you $1 if you do it. I'll PayPal it to you right now.
I'm so nervous.
A whole dollar.
So it feels whole. It doesn't feel broken. But so inside the package here, which comes apart weirdly enough, it says one chip challenge. You, a mere mortal who thinks they have what it takes. The Reaper, one otherworldly demon fueled by the hottest peppers known to man. What to expect? Made with Carolina Reaper pepper and scorpion pepper, this straight from hell chip was created for the sheer pleasure of intense pain and heat. Round 1, Spicy Punch. Round 2, Scorpion Sting. Round 3, Vision Disruptor. Round 4, Gut Slash. Round 5, Roasted. Oh my!
What are the rounds?
I don't know. I don't get that.
Can we take bets on how long he's going to last before he has to take a drink?
Oh, here we go. Here's the challenge. How long can you last before getting owned? Eating or drinking anything after eating the chip. 5 minutes powerless, 10 minutes powerful, 30 minutes supercharged, 1 hour invincible. And then I get this. So under this piece of paper says, any last words? Rules for the challenge. Eat the entire chip. Wait as long as possible before drinking or eating anything. Post your reaction on social media with hashtag one chip challenge and mention Paqui's chips. Okay, here we go. Here's the chip. I put this knife away so I don't stab myself.
So I'm going to keep track of the time. And what's great is you're going to try to have to run the show, fucking steer the ship, so to speak, and try to review shit.
Oh my god, this thing stinks. Oh.
Betty, I'm with you. Unfortunately, I was not camera ready today, but Betty is. Can we see your reaction to this?
Hold on just a second.
Okay.
Taking some medicine.
Fuck, it's bad. So in a cooler over here, I have ice cream and some milk. So
What kind of ice cream?
vanilla, just plain vanilla.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm going to do a countdown, and that way I can have an exact. So, in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So that was the whole chip all at once.
I broke it apart.
Oh, you folded it over, like doubled it up.
It's immediately hot. It's not like killing me yet, but
What does it taste like?
Well,
like ass.
to be
It's
fair,
terrible. It already sucks. It already fucking sucks. All right. Ow! Oh my god. It's ramping up. It's just getting hotter and hotter.
Yeah, your face is getting shinier.
Listening.
Listening.
You've made it a whole minute. 1 minute. You've made it 1 minute so far. It's 59 more and you're invincible.
Jesus, is that you?
Tearing up. Oh,
I didn't think I'd get the hiccup.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this is wonderful. This is absolutely wonderful. Oh my god.
Why are you so stupid, Greg? Why are you so dumb?
2 minutes. 2 minutes. You've made it 2 whole minutes. Can you hold out?
So Lord of the Last Man, episode 6. It's called Weird Al is Dead.
Oh my god.
Times a badass.
So before Greg goes any further, you really have to watch this episode on YouTube to see this. We've got him full screen. You really need to see his reactions. Definitely go to the YouTube channel and watch episode 173. Title has not been chosen yet, but it will have something to do with the one chip challenge for sure.
I can't talk. It hurts to talk. My gums, they are on fire.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. You've made it 3 whole minutes. Look at the tears.
It reminds me of a woman in labor. I mean, really, you just the outbursts, the breathing, the rocking. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
All right. So, episode 6 was called Weird Al is Dead. R.I.P. Weird Al. Oh my god. We finally got to see a shrine of the. I can't talk. It hurts to talk. There was a shrine the women made towards all the men that passed away or died from this virus, and they were singing Radiohead's
Karma Police.
Karma Police. Fuck. Karma Police fucking take this stupid ass away.
It was beautiful. The singing was just it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was good.
It was surreal. I didn't it left me with that tingling in the back of my head going, get the fuck out of here. You don't want to be here right now. You know, this is what happens before the cult comes in and kills you. You know, I mean, I did not find it to be a peaceful scene at all. I was extremely worried.
My heart is racing right now.
But I also want to say that, remember when I said I thought that group was the Amazons? Are they not the Amazons?
So I think she was one, or she's recruiting some. But I'm not 100% sure.
She did say that we called ourselves the Amazons on message boards and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, the visual reference of the mastectomies and the scarring and stuff, which, they used to say that Amazons would cut off a breast so they could shoot their arrows better, which is absolute bullshit because it doesn't matter. But
I did like the line of, what, it's just a tit.
mm,
It was funny.
but yeah,
Shit.
I mean, I thought that's who they were going to be, and that's who she is. And I think they picked a great actress to play this role. I think she's going to definitely bring it to the table.
My ears hurt.
But what about
Oh, he took the earbuds out.
oh
He's
no,
getting up. He's walking away. Oh, what's happening? Oh, my. You're seeing this, folks? He's made it a whole 5 minutes, 50 seconds.
You want to see me rip a phone book in half?
I don't think you could do it. 6 minutes now. He's gone 6 minutes. And it seems to be affecting him worse as the minutes pass. This is golden. This is golden.
It doesn't go away. It doesn't go away.
Well, you've made it a whole 6 minutes and 20 seconds.
I'm going to make it the fucking hour.
You are. All right. Challenge accepted.
Okay. Oh, my God.
So, as Betty was saying, she thinks they've gotten a fantastic actress in Missy Powell to play this role. And what were you going to segue into after that?
When Kimberly went up to the pregnant woman,
Christine.
yeah, and was like, I could raise your baby. It's like, bitch, you did not just say that.
Oh my God, I hate her. I hate her and the other woman that came back.
Regina Oliver.
Yeah, I hate Regina. I feel pity for Kim. I feel pity for her. Bless her heart, she has been so brainwashed. And I'm hoping maybe she grows as a character during all of this. But yeah, when she said that, I was like, you did not, I mean, do you really understand what she's going through? I don't think you do. I don't think anybody would.
You okay, Greg?
No, but keep talking because
Well, I need to know what you think about.
Oh my God. Okay. I hate Regina. I hate the other blonde chick, and they're doing things that are really stupid considering half the population's gone, and they're trying to still be political. It's really strange.
That's what Jeff said. He was like, this doesn't make sense to me. I was like, do you think if women fell off the face of the earth that incels would not still be fucking incels? It's a personality flaw. It really is. It's a personality flaw expressed in a way with a, world with men, women, and everybody. And when you drop off all the other, sex, yeah, they're still going to have issues. They're still going to have some fucking issues. It wasn't about the men. It was about the fact that they have personality flaws, and it was expressed in that way. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't really bother me in that sense. But it bothered him as well, the political shit. He's like, why are they acting like this? I was like, because women are crazy. I mean,
yeah, they it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I'm just playing it up. Chip is fine.
We couldn't tell for the past 9 minutes.
Oh my God, my spit's spicy. Oh, that was bad.
Oh God.
Yeah, I think that because all that stuff is also new. It's not in the comic.
yeah,
and it's fascinating. I think it's this show is a lot more realistic than the comic. I think now, as the comic was pretty realistic on what I imagine the world will be like in that regard, and they fucking nailed Allison. By the way, good lord, did they nail Allison? But yeah, don't fuck with 355, right?
yeah. What's up with the sleepwalking? Did
You know
she
what?
do that in the comics?
I don't remember her doing that in the comics.
You know, because Jeff was saying that, you know, it doesn't seem like a great idea to have somebody as your agent, your sleeper agent, that sleepwalks. You know, it just seems like a really bad idea. And I agree with him. I mean, maybe she's like me and it only comes out under what she considers extremely stressful situations. And maybe she doesn't know and nobody knows because she doesn't get in those situations often. But now we're here and yeah, this is gonna be an issue.
Yeah. It hurts.
Because I get the feeling he's probably gonna have to save her ass a few times from her sleepwalking misadventures, as much as she's gonna have to save him from just being a complete and utter dumbass.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we did see in the episode is Regina Oliver is aware of 355 not being who she says she is, or at least seems to be aware of it, and has teams out looking for her through the military. And these teams had there was a team that had tracked them down after they had left Boston. And we see Yorick and Allison Mann, they realize they're not after us. They're just after her. We can ditch her and go to San Francisco and not have to deal with her bullshit. And they were in the middle of sneaking away during the trap that 355 had laid for this team to take this team out. And we get to see how much of a badass she is. Well, a little bit of a badass. We see a little bit of how much of a badass she is. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, we get to see her skills.
How she's stealthy, quick, agile, super quiet in the woods.
She's a cat.
It's starting to subside a little bit. It's still no, I'm not even remotely out of the woods, but
Oh, it's probably gonna be with you for the rest of the day.
oh man. If not in my mouth, definitely in my stomach. Fuck.
Oh yeah. Wait until it comes out the other end.
Oh. I ate some hot stuff last night and it was this morning I was like, hey, there you are. How's it going? Makes me feel alive. Oh shit. Okay. I can't think. Any other thoughts or I don't know. Fucking Jesus Christ. We got a real big scare from like Yorick's mom trying to keep the situation. I can't. It hurts to talk. It hurts to talk.
But you're doing good.
Oh, a burp. Oh,
that's gonna hurt.
It's only been 13 minutes. Come on, you got this.
Okay.
Okay,
So
the former political girl who is in the encampment with her daughter and the Amazons. What's her name?
I'm wanting to say Bonnie, but I know that's not it.
Okay. Well, what
Hold
What
on,
do you-
I'll tell you.
do you think she's doing? What is her end goal with her?
Which character again?
The one in the Amazon
Nora.
camp?
Nora.
Nora. She's in
The
the
one with
Amazon
the young
camp with her
daughter.
Oh. I don't know. I think she's just trying to figure it out. And like she at first was like very untrustworthy, but then she saw what this woman can do for her and her daughter, and we're like, well, this is the safest place to be at the moment. So I think
Yeah. I don't think she's doing it because she likes these people. I think she's doing it because she feels like it's the only form of protection she's going to fall under.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she realizes that she can't protect them both herself.
Yeah.
So she's doing everything she can to cement her position there as being safe.
Yeah, and the look her daughter gave her when she went and participated in the rebirth ceremony. I felt her daughter's look hardcore. What the fuck you doing, Mom? What is going on right now? This is not my mother. What did you do with her? You know, it was yeah, all of this is so surreal. I mean, and trying to imagine what it would be like, and then beating the fucking crap out of that girl for talking to Sam.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? What is? Even the Amazons got their snoo on with men. Okay, so chill.
It's hit my stomach.
Oh yeah, how's that? How's that
Not
feeling?
great. Not great. It's kind of shitty at the moment.
At least your ears didn't turn purple.
No, they didn't. I legitimately, I'm not joking. Like it's subsiding quite significantly. It still burns. It's still painful, and when I talk, it's worse. My gums are still fucking swollen. No joke. Like there's not great at the moment. I don't know how else to explain it. But it's not. It doesn't feel as painful as it was earlier. Like honestly, I could go at this point with the spice. It's like a habanero. It's about how spicy it is right now.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all right now.
It's manageable.
It's just when I burp or talk, it gets a little hotter, but it's fine. So at this point, I still salivating. At this point, I could make the hour easily. So.
Well,
Don't do that, Greg. Don't do that. Why did that hurt?
what did you do?
I smiled. Oh, right here, it just burns.
Yeah, your mouth is in revolt right now. It's shutting down. That's why it doesn't hurt. It's trying to go numb. It's saying just don't compute.
I can't taste my feel buds. I mean, I can't feel my taste buds. Oh,
So
my
one of the
God.
things we saw that the Amazons, or who we perceive to be Amazons, they have taken a fascination to Hero, and they're really trying hardcore to recruit her, to make her feel welcomed, to make her feel like she belongs, and that who she used to be doesn't matter anymore.
And she's kind of buying it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, bless her heart. She got some issues, and she obviously ain't worked through them because she killed a man. But, you know, I mean, I can understand why the mom is doing it, why Nora's doing it. You know, again, she's trying to protect her daughter, and this is the only way she sees how. Hero has no obligations to these people, no reason to stay. She can, you know, hitch her giddy up on out of there and not be an issue.
What
But-
I'm kind of what. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm curious and interested to see how this plays into her relationship with Sam, because he's clearly not wanted there and is clearly very uncomfortable being there.
Yeah, I would be too.
But
I think even
he
as a
did get
woman, I'd
valid-
be uncomfortable there.
Yeah, but he knows that the pharmacy has lots of testosterone, and he got a fresh vial of it. So I'm wondering how that's going to play into him wanting to maintain his testosterone supply.
Now my stomach burns worse than my mouth. No joke. Yeah. I don't know. I think they're gonna kill Sam, if I'm being honest. I think they're gonna, but not like in a way of like just get the man out of here, but like straight up like sacrifice him and explain that like no men are good or whatever.
No, I love Sam. They can't kill Sam.
But that's exactly why I think they're going to.
I don't like this trend of killing people that we love just because you can. I don't like it.
That's the Kirkman way right there.
No, I don't want to see Sam go. Sam still has a story and I want to hear it.
I mean, I hope they don't kill Sam either, but I just feel like that's the route it's going. Or
so I assume Sam also was not in the comics.
No, Sam's brand new.
Were any trans women or men in the comics?
No, like I said, it primarily focused on York and 355 and Allison Mann. I don't think it
Okay.
went anywhere else. Like the story with Hero and the story with York's mom, entirely new.
Yeah, I don't think you could do this as a TV show without acknowledging all these aspects. So
For sure.
yeah, it's
Like Maya said, I want to go back and read the comic just because I want to, freshen up on it. But I definitely don't remember them ever going away from York and 355 and whatnot.
well, I won't be reading the comic until the show is over.
Yeah.
And that's simply, again, I don't like mixing the two. While I'm doing one of them, I don't want to do the other one,
Yeah. Well, any final thoughts before we move on to a grade?
No, I think we've covered as much as we can without spoiling it even further.
Oh, it's like in my throat. All right. Well, Betty, why don't you go in first on this one? Go ahead and go first.
I'm actually gonna give this one B plus. I like the episode. I like some of the things that it touched on. We got to see more development in the story, and I'm very curious again because that explains the scene in this. I think it was the second episode, or no, fourth episode maybe, where 355 is walking in a field and about to go off. I'm like, why the fuck is she doing that? Bitch sleepwalks. Now, no, I know she's a sleepwalker. Been there, done that. Got the T-shirt. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to play out as someone who has been known to sleepwalk many times in my life. Because you just don't see that in shows unless somebody's murdering somebody in their sleep, which would be really cool to see as well. Seeing 355's talents in the forest, getting to know more about these Amazons. I like where it's going. Jeff's still curious about the political aspect. I just still think that, again, as a general rule, people are crazy, and that's not going to stop just because half the population drops off the face of the earth. It's just going to have to find a different way to express itself. So yeah, B plus. I'm looking forward to next week. Maya?
I'm kind of torn between an A and a B here. I enjoyed it more than last week's episode. I think because of, it's also focusing on 3 different storylines at once, and I'm curious to see how these storylines are all going to converge upon one another in the future, because that's inevitable, right? Usually,
Yeah,
not always, but usually
it's gonna happen.
But I definitely am interested to, invested in the Hero and Sam storyline as well, because I want to see what happens, from a transgender perspective. I'm very curious to see what his motivation is when it comes to.
I hope they steal the testosterone and giddy up on out of there is what I hope. I want Sam to live.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where it goes, but I know pretty much where the York and 355 and Allison Mann situation is going from having read the comic. I know there's some twists, the things they're adding in that weren't in them originally, and that's great. It helps keep it fresh. But yeah, all the other stuff is great as well. So I'd say I'd give this one I think I'll go with a B plus like you did.
Cute.
What about you, Greg?
I'm gonna give the Paqui one chip challenge a solid F. It tastes like the inside of a dog's paw pad and hurts like the fucking hell. So yeah, that's an F. Oh, you meant Why Less Man, episode 6. My bad. Fuck me. It's a solid B plus. It's a good episode, but I feel like there's there's added dialogue that doesn't really do it for me. Like I'm just kind of like, I get what's going on here. Just kind of move forward. It's not terrible. It's not too bad, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. There's just a few parts that I'm just like, I don't feel like it adds to character. We already kind of know who they are. Just get to the thing itself. So,
do you hang out around a lot of women? Because we add a lot of shit to our conversation for some pepper and some spice. You know, I mean, again, I think that's something that we look for in dialogue and conversations is, more. I think that's why there's a lot of it in the show.
My dad's a lot like that. Honestly, he adds in a shit ton of detail in his own stories, and then when I try to tell a short version of a story just to get to the point of it, he'll ask a ton of questions. I make fun of him because sometimes I'll be like, I tell the story and Dad wants to know the fucking color of the car and what kind of shoes the person was wearing, and I'm like, who cares?
Your dad is very in touch with the feminine side of his brain that processes all those details.
I used to be that way. I really, really did. And I stopped being that way because I learned very quickly that most people don't want that much detail in their story. And if you want to keep someone's attention, you too much detail can draw somebody away. So that's why I do that. But for me, with watching a show, like that added dialogue, it gets a little boring, and I look at my phone, or I just get distracted real easily. Like, I don't know if it's ADD kicking in or whatever it is, but there was a conversation in the show that I didn't think was very entertaining, and it was with Hero's whole thing, and I don't remember exactly when it was, but I was just kind of like. Because there are characters I think are way more interesting, and then there are characters that are just not as interesting. And when those characters that are not as interesting are talking to other characters that I don't even know, or they're just not as interesting, I get very like, So. But the episode overall, I think it was just kind of like it's building to something big, and whenever we get to those episodes, I'm always a little like, it's a little less so, it's a little more forgetful than whatever's coming up next. As for example, I read the My Hero Academia comic or manga because I love the fucking anime. I love the whole fucking world that it lives in. And right now it's just a series of comics building to this huge battle that's going to happen. And every week I'm just like, they just need to get to it. Like, holy shit. Taking forever, but that's also, that type of storytelling. But it doesn't matter. Like, I'm still enjoying it. So that's just how I view entertainment. But it is also a TV show, not a movie. Movies can get away with that, quick information and move on to the next thing because it's a fucking movie. TV show needs to pad out a bunch of stuff. Needs to do more than just be a TV show. Than to tell a story. They're trying to build characters to the nth degree. So, like, I would love to just, like, I think villains are way more entertaining than side characters. So, or at least villain-ish. So, like, legitimately, the women that are super conservative, I think, are way more entertaining than Yorick's mom. So, that's more so also where that comes from. But anyway, oh my god, I just swallowed that fucking burned. Holy shit. But yeah, this is all a B+. B+ isn't a bad score. I still really enjoyed the episode. I was just giving my reason for not giving it an A. Anyway, I want to take a quick break because I really got to go to the bathroom. So
no drinking from the toilet.
I literally am going to be like a minute at best. So be right back. And my stuff is right there, so you can't. I'm not touching it.
I'm not editing this out. Just because I want to catch all of his reactions on camera when he comes back. He's taking this better than I thought he would.
Yeah.
But I know he has a history of doing shit like this. But this is affecting him really badly. But I have seen him eat like anywhere from 8 to 10 raw habanero peppers in a span of 10 to 15 minutes before at Mega Manathon during MagFest. And he handled it really, really well. And, as he was saying a few minutes ago, the spice level has degraded in his mouth to the level of a habanero now. But it has hit his stomach. So I know his stomach's actually on fire. And I'm sure once he gets to that 1 hour mark, he will relish taking a big swig of milk.
Oh, yeah.
And eating ice cream. But yeah. It's been amusing to watch. And he's back.
Okay.
So I was saying I'm not going to edit any of this out just because I want to catch all your reactions on camera because of the chip. And I was just filling the space how you talked about how the spice level had decreased to a habanero and how you had eaten like 8 or 10 raw habaneros live.
Yeah.
So before we move on to talk about the final episode of What If, how are you feeling right now? Mouth and stomach and body just. It's been 32 minutes and 5 seconds. So
honestly, if I clear my throat, it hurts. It burns, but my mouth itself is pretty much it's almost gone. My gums are still swollen, but my stomach has now increased in heat. Like, the longer we go, the more I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to like put something in there soon because, oof. But it's honestly like I thought it'd be lasting way longer. Like, this fucking thing says to last an hour. Like, easy at this point. Super.
Yeah,
easy.
I mean, you've gone almost 33 minutes now without a drink or anything, and I'd be sorely disappointed at this point if you couldn't make it an hour now.
Yeah, I can.
You're not sweating like you were. I mean, you're still a little sweaty, but you're definitely not sweating actively like you were earlier.
No, I was crying and sweating. Like, my nose is still running.
Well, you better go catch it.
Thanks, Bart. But
yeah, man.
It honestly tastes really bad. Like, really fucking bad. When I described it as like the inside of a dog's paw pads, I wasn't kidding. Like, it tastes terrible.
You like a lot of dog paw pads?
No, but I've smelt dog paw pads, and I can only imagine what the taste is like. So, it's not good. It's very not salty either. Like, the salt level is really low. So it's kind of just like, corn chip and
pure heat.
Pure heat, yeah.
Pure heat on a corn chip.
Does not taste good, but yeah, I still have a full thing of ice cream and 2 things of milk that I'm not going to need. I'm still going to eat it later, but I'm not going to need it. So
fantastic.
I'm not going to lie, a little disappointed it didn't last as long as I thought it was going to. But let me tell you, the first 10 minutes is a fucking bitch.
I bet.
Oh, like when you saw me stand up, that was probably the height of it.
Yeah, that was minute 9.
When you
stood up, minute 9, you stood up and walked away for a minute.
Wow.
And I was like, oh shit.
It's funny. There's still residual heat in my mouth, but it's like, now it's less than a jalapeno. Like, it's like Tabasco.
Oh God. Well, that's not even hot.
No. Like, you know how when you eat Tabasco, you're like, that's a little thick, but.
Yeah, it's like the heat of like if the spoon was hot and you stuck in your mouth. That's that level heat.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
The problem with eating that hot chip, though, is that you have to chew it up before you can even swallow it. So it's just all up inside your mouth. And so on occasion, I'll be like, oh, is that a cavity full of that hot chip? Well, that's spice again out of nowhere.
So, have you taken your tongue and like licked around the front of your lip, around the top of your gum line to see if there's anything up there?
Yep, just found some. That sparked a little bit.
Oh. And now you're going to continue to do it because I put the idea in your head.
God damn it! Now it's back. Son of a bitch.
Oh my God, that's great. Oh, that's wonderful.
What was bad about that? It wasn't just the heat; it was the taste of that fucking chip.
Oh man.
Oh, it was like, oh, pain and gross. Got it. Oh shit! All right. Apparently, I spit on my phone. Don't know when I did that. No, that's not spit. That's something else. Anyway, shall we talk about What If?
Yeah. Betty, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
So episode 9 of What If premiered today as recording this. 2 days ago if you're listening to it or / watching it. And this was the episode that I assumed was coming from like promo videos and shit like that, where they were going to make a multiversal Avengers. But instead it was called Guardians of the Multiverse, which I kind of like that name a little bit more. But yeah, it was like most of the characters that we kind of interacted with, including a new character that we hadn't seen. Yeah, it starts off with Watcher recruiting everybody, showing up and just like, you've been chosen, and taking them to this, I guess, multiversal bar that's in the middle of the dimensions or whatever. And then they form a plan to take down Infinite Ultron. And that entire sequence was fucking fun as hell to watch.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I liked the team that he recruited, Star-Lord, T'Challa, Captain Carter, Killmonger, which was curious, Gamora, who else? Of course, the Stephen Strange that had absorbed all the power and fucking lost his mind, and he was trapped in that little pocket dimension.
Yeah.
When his reality collapsed. Who else did we have? We had she wasn't recruited, but ended up being there. The Black Widow, the last remaining human on that one Earth. Party Thor. Who else did we have?
You said Gamora, right?
Yeah. I think that was it.
Yeah, because it was 5 at first. Oh no, 6 if you count Strange. And then Apocalypse Widow showed up when they went to her dimension.
Yeah,
which I kind of count her as a member of the team.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially considering she actually was able to, during the battle, use the last Hawkeye arrow that had the AI destroying virus from Arnim Zola loaded into the arrowhead. And this fight was fun to watch, especially because you'd seen them actually extract one of the stones, the Soul Stone in particular, reducing Ultron's power enough to where they could keep up in a fight, more or less. And we see that Gamora has a device called the Stonebreaker, or whatever it was called, that was designed to destroy Infinity Stones. And they used it, and then Ultron, he's like still intact. He's like, just like each universe is individual in their own identities, so are the Infinity Stones. And they realized, oh no, this was designed to destroy the stones in my universe. It's not going to work on these stones. So now they're back to square one. And then, of course, we see Killmonger betray the team and saying he's doing it because he wants to restore everything. But we know it's Killmonger. You know, he wants power for himself.
We know what you're doing.
And then, of course, Arnim Zola taking over the Vision's body, and the Vision and Killmonger and Ultron armor end up locked in combat, and the Watcher and Doctor Strange are able to trap them in a pocket dimension, to which Strange agrees to watch over so they can never escape and protect the multiverse. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
And once it was clear this is where they were headed, I get why they went with the same animation studio, as much as one part of me would have loved to have seen each episode done by a different animation studio to be consistent and keep the same art style throughout. So when they do the team up episode, it had to come from the same studio. So I get that. But yeah, really enjoyable. A lot of fun. I hope that it gets renewed and they announce another season. And part of me kind of wants them to continue where they left off, but another part of me wants them to start with completely new stories, and then maybe they tie into each other again.
I don't want it to do this. I liked the episode. I thought it was a lot of fun. I laughed at like the zombie part where they drop fucking the Scarlet Witch zombie. I don't Baba Yaga.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was great. However, I want it to be what we were talking about earlier, what they did with Star Wars Visions. I want it to be a series of different animators doing their own different what ifs. Also, fucking one of the things that drives me absolutely nuts about this show is the title of the episodes. I really, really dislike it. Like it's in the comics, it was always direct. It was always like, what if this thing changed? What if instead of like, what if Tony Stark died, or what if, you know, what it was always direct and it made sense. For example, like what if Flash Thompson became Spider-Man was the title of that episode. And I thought, great, that's going to go into what we like, that small change. This show would have titled it like, what if Peter Parker was shoved by Flash Thompson or some shit like that. Stop that. I hate it. I hate it so much. So this show doing like, what if zombies? I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I didn't like that one. But I agree. Most of the titles for the episodes have been lackluster and not very creative at all.
Yeah. But so that's my only complaint. So I would much rather season 2, or if they even decide to bring it back at all, do something that is more creative. Like Betty, you mentioned last week how the female faces in the show look all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's bring in new animators. Let's bring in different animation studios to tell their own what if story. We don't have to have like this connective.
Yeah, episode. It doesn't have to tie together.
Yeah. Now, that being said, I did really enjoy the finale. I thought it was a lot of fun and hilarious, especially with Party Thor being an absolute idiot, which was great. But yeah, I also, one of the things I really liked about it was that Killmonger being Killmonger and trying to gain power, how he's now stuck in that like pocket dimension with Ultron, or I guess Arnim Zola, and they're going to be in there for possibly forever, which means that in that specific universe that Eric was from, they win, like Shuri and Pepper Potts win. And I'm a little curious as to how that world will turn out now that Killmonger's just gone. But on the inverse, I love that Watcher gave Apocalypse Widow a dimension that she can live in.
Yeah.
What I'm sure is going to happen, if it's not already happening, people are going to say, oh, Scarlett Johansson can now come back because they put her back in the MCU and What If. No, wasn't our MCU that she was inserted into. She's gone. Sorry. Because in our MCU, Loki has disappeared,
Yeah.
and they were fighting Loki.
They also were fighting not the Chitauri. They were fighting people that had what looked like armor and with horns on their head.
Yeah, looked as
So-
Guardian.
Yep. So I'm genuinely curious what the fuck that was about, but I know we'll never get there. We'll never see that again. At least I assume so. But this also could be one small what if side story that we might possibly get the Watcher in the future again, played by Jeffrey Wright.
Right.
Because I think he did a phenomenal fucking Watcher, Uatu.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything else to add to the episode. I mean, I did like the parallels when the episode started with Captain Carter jumping out of the helicopter. That was
Oh
in the
yeah,
beginning
how
of
it was
the
like
closure.
civil. Yeah. And we get some George St. Pierre back as Batrock.
Yeah. Also,
You did see the post-credit scene, right? Or the
Yes, I
mid-credit
did.
scene? Okay.
yes, it did. Yeah. Because they put that in real quick. Like I was standing
Mhm.
up to go to the bathroom, and I thought I could get back down before it showed the cast list, and it like popped up. I was like, "Oh, okay, we're not done." I do want to point out a thing that I was fucking just cracking up at, and that's when Apocalypse Widow and Captain Carter were just fucking hucking shields at Ultron's head.
Yeah.
Just punk, 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 punk. It was so funny. Oh my god, I love that. But
Well, Betty, do you have any final thoughts to add? Your thoughts about the episode before we move into a grade? And
I thought it was good. I mean, it pretty much tied everything up the way I expected it to go, and I was satisfied. I liked the little bit of party Thor comedy they put into it. That was nice. But yeah, it's good.
well, Greg, do you want to grade this episode and then grade the series as a whole?
yeah, I think the episode itself was a solid A. It was just a lot of fun, but the series overall gets a solid B plus. Like I said, the fact that it all tied together wasn't my favorite thing, even though I really enjoyed this episode. And the episode titles drive me fucking nuts. Also, if we're doing an animated show, Marvel, just get voice actors, get trained voice actors. Let's stop with this like, oh, this person like was the character. We got to get their voice back. Like there's a handful of people that are really good at it, and there's a lot of episodes that suffered because of it.
Mm-hmm.
So just get voice actors that can do their best impression.
The guy that did Steve Rogers in his episodes, the guy that did Tom Holland in his episodes, the guy that did Robert Downey Jr. in his episodes, sounded enough like the character to where you would never notice and it wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah, it's just, and that's the thing. It's wild to me that they were like, well, we just have to get the actor back. We have to get the actor who played them back. I'm like, no, we didn't. We really fucking didn't. But yeah, so that's why the series gets a B plus. Like it doesn't deserve an A for a lot of reasons. I think that much like the animation being all the same and the stories being like some of them being ho hum and then some of them being great. One of my favorite things about the comics is that it's just this nice little nice packed story that tells what it wants to tell and moves on. We never revisit that universe in the comics. We just kind of see what the world would be different. It's a what if, literally what the title is. And this show took the what if idea and went to the next degree. Also, big clarification. Not that this is not a complaint. This is not a criticism. It's just a clarification. The Watcher in the comics does not see the multiverse. The Watcher can commune with other Watchers, other Uatus, if you will, but he cannot see through multiple multiverses. Like he just doesn't. He doesn't have that capability. So that's the huge difference between the MCU watcher and the comic watcher.
I did not know that.
Whenever you meet a watcher, a Uatu in the What If comics, it's the Uatu from that universe. Again, one of my favorite Uatus was the one dressed as George Michael from Wham. Not Wham. No, I'm sorry. I was
Boy George.
Boy George. My bad. Not George Michael. Boy George from
Culture Club.
Culture Club. Thank you. I was gonna like Chroma Chameleon, but that's not right. But yeah, so that's I think that's the big difference. And again, that's not a complaint. I don't think it's a problem that this watcher can see through the multiverse like that. That doesn't bother me. I just want people to understand that that is a huge difference between the comic and the MCU version. So, but yeah, so that's my review. Betty.
I give this episode an A, and I think for the whole series, I'd give it a B. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like, yeah, I can't wait to watch that again. There are some changes that they could make, but I also agree that they don't need to tie everything together. Just do different little stories, and that would all be good. So overall, yeah, A for this episode, and then a B for the show overall. What about you, Maya?
No, I'm in total agreement with both grades. A for this episode, B. I would even say B minus for the series overall, because while it was enjoyable enough, I just think you could have gotten more epic storytelling and told a lot of different stories without having had to have tied it all together. And I do think that it could benefit from that. And I do think that different animation studios could show different styles, different dynamics. I want to see that in the future, but I also wouldn't be totally disappointed if, they follow the same format. I mean, pardon me, hiccup. As long as the storytelling is good, and the storytelling was good enough, but it could be better. There's potential there for it to be so much better. And that's what I want. Hope for anyway. But yeah, that's what I think.
Awesome. Yeah, not a bad series. I just think it could have been way better. I think all of us agree with that. So if you haven't watched it yet, go check it out. It's a good time. It's fun. But yeah, so next week, everybody, we're going to be reviewing episode 7 of The Why the Last Man. I didn't think to put anything else on the list. There's not another episode of What If, so we don't really have that to talk about. But if there's a movie or something, make sure you check out all the socials down below. That's where we'll post it. At least we'll try to remember to do that. 9 times out of 10, it's like a fucking Monday or Tuesday before we record, and we're like, "How about this movie?" And it just happens. But yeah, since it's also October, maybe we can try to do some horror movies or something to that effect. There's a bunch of new ones coming out soon, and I know Netflix has a few planned, and HBO Max has a couple planned. So we'll see what we can do. But yeah, so all socials down below. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel. If you're listening to this, you might want to go back and watch my reaction to that fucking chip.
By the way, you've made it 54 minutes and 45 seconds as of this point. So you have essentially 5 minutes to go to make it the full hour.
No problem. No problems at all. I will have to eat Tums later. That's a fucking absolute fact.
I can see that.
But yeah, definitely the first 10 minutes of this episode I assume are funny. I was in pain. I don't know. Was it funny, Maya?
Oh, it was funny. It is fucking funny.
There's still like a little bit of heat. There's still a little bit there. Just
scrape around your gums, see if you can find any more.
I already did all that. I don't need to do it again.
I am sure you need to make it pass the opposite way.
Motherfucker.
Oh God. Oh God. 4.5 more minutes and you're good.
Yeah, so if you go watch the episode, give it a like, give it a follow on the channel. That helps with us, helps our algorithm. Yada yada. You've heard. Also check out the Teespring store. Fall is coming up, winter's coming up, so you can probably grab a sweatshirt or a hoodie. I'm not exactly sure what the site has, but I'm sure we can also add stuff down the road. So, but other than that, I don't have anything else on my notes. Maya, where can folks find you?
You can find me being shocked, and I'm sure you heard that, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, let's just say teenagers can be catch you off guard. But you can find me on Facebook under my name, Maya Don Fisher, a public profile. So if you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, those profiles are also linked to my Facebook account. Yeah, if you want to catch me on other shows, I'm involved with 3 other shows on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. Every Wednesday, it's two different shows on Wednesdays. They alternate. One Wednesday, it's Figure Banging, where it's a live action figure review show. Tonight, we're looking at the new HasLab Sentinel from Marvel Legends, that big thing. So that's going to be cool. Or this week we looked at. The alternating Wednesdays is Shelf Gravy, where we work on dioramas, model kits, painting, custom figures, things like that. It's more of an instructional tutorial kind of show where we interact with the live chat. And then every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern on the same channel is Nerd Life Syndicate. And just wanted to say congratulations to Sam from Nerd Life Syndicate and his wife on the birth of their beautiful baby daughter yesterday. Yeah, so
congrats.
Yeah, so happy for them. But yeah, that's all the places you can find me. What about you, Betty?
Betty?
Sorry. You can find me on Facebook under Betty Badger Ogletree, and you can find me on Twitter at Bright Betty, and you can find me here. Greg?
You can find me on all socials under Chub Rock Geek. You can also find me on the toilet later, probably screaming. Oh my god, my stomach. That's about it. Like I said, every week Anthony and I, we do stuff occasionally. He's been building a new PC, so we haven't in a while. But if you want to check out old stuff, that's where you'd go. You go to Mission Start Podcast or Mission Start Tubes on YouTube. Oh my god, fuck this chip. How much time do I have?
You have 2 minutes to go to make it a whole hour.
All right, we're gonna be shooting the shit for 2 minutes, folks. I hope you're ready because I need to make it this full hour. I need to bring up that paper so I can actually flaunt it. Oh man, it's hitting hard in my stomach right now. Jesus Christ.
Well, while we're here, let me recommend a show to the audience. It's on Netflix. It's something that aired on Sci-Fi. If y'all haven't seen it, it's worth checking out. Z Nation. It's a great show. It's all the things that Walking Dead should have been. The comedy in it is great. The zombies are great. I mean, they really look at some of the more realistic aspects of what living in a zombie apocalypse would be like, while also looking at some of the most outrageous that would never happen things, but I've been rewatching it for the past couple weeks, and I really enjoyed the show when it was on, and I'm still enjoying it again. So if y'all haven't checked out Z Nation, go give it a watch. It was a really great show, and it lasted 5 seasons. So,
also, again, as I said at the top of the shows, Squid Game.
Oh yes, so good.
I have milk on the ready.
Well, you've got 30 seconds left to make it a full hour.
I can't
I'm
stress
proud
enough
of you.
how shitty this fucking chip tastes. Like, it's bad.
So what would you rather eat? Another one of those or an actual piece of shit?
Another one of those.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't that shitty.
No, an actual piece of shit will make me sick. This doesn't make me sick. It just tasted bad.
4, 3, 2, 1. Cheers. You made it a whole hour. You destroyed the Paqui one chip challenge.
Yay!
You are invincible.
How's that milk?
Yay! Dog's also happy for me. Tastes actually lukewarm, which is not great. See, I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah. Hold on, let me.
It's kinda
you
bright.
made it the full hour.
Yep.
Um,
And of course, they have to advertise their other chips.
Yeah, I don't think I would make it the full hour, so I'm just going to be honest. I don't think I'd make it 5 minutes.
truthfully, I'd probably make it the full hour too because I eat a lot of spicy shit like Gregg does.
I like spicy, but I don't like pain.
Well, I'm a sadist.
The milk immediately calmed my stomach down. Immediately. So.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, let us know how you are at the end of the day.
I will. We'll see if I can still function later. I love spicy foods because I don't know if you guys know this, but capsaicin, it activates dopamine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
Have you ever had spicy hot chocolate?
no, but I have had spicy chocolate bar.
Spicy hot chocolate is like the most amazing drink ever. It's got that nice pepper taste to it, like that habanero jalapeno undertone, and then that dark chocolate flavor. It's so good. That's a dopamine kick. That's a dopamine kick.
Yeah, 'cause
Chocolate and capsaicin together. It's
Yeah, you got that
amazing.
chocolate sugar and fucking spice. Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, I love when winter comes around and I can get some Aztec dark chocolate, hot chocolate.
I'm just gonna go put that ice cream in the freezer. Have it tonight.
There you go.
Now I want some ice cream and brownies.
Do you want a hot chip? Do you want a hot chip?
No.
Oh,
Well,
I'm actually gonna keep the box as a souvenir of my accomplishment.
You may as well. It's like a
Yeah.
little trophy.
For real.
And we have documented evidence you made it the full hour.
Yep.
Yeah, when we post it, make sure you tag what was the
Oh.
hashtag?
Hashtag one chip challenge.
Yeah, hashtag one chip challenge and mention Paqui chips. It's
I
at
will.
Paqui. Yeah.
I will, absolutely.
I'm gonna post this all over my social media because I fucking conquered this motherfucker.
You did.
Oh, man.
About 9 minutes in, I thought it was going to conquer you. Not going to lie.
Yeah.
I have a stronger will than that.
And so we have found out you're a stubborn asshole.
Oh, that's my family's entire MO. 100%.
I will not because you said I couldn't.
Oh, burpee still sucks. I gotta promise you that.
That's
All right.
yeah, the rest of the day it's gonna be with you for the rest of the day.
Oh,
I hate that
like-
for you.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna take some Tums after we get off camera here. Oh
Nice.
boy. All right, well, folks.
Let's
Again,
get
thank
out
you
of
so
here.
much. Yeah, thank you so much for listening again. Next week, Why Last Man, episode 7. We don't have anything else. Make sure you check the social medias. We'll post if we have a movie on there. Maybe something spooky because it's Halloween season. But again, thank you so much for listening. Fuck the Paqui chip. Again, can't stress that enough. It tastes like ass, hurts like a bitch. There's nothing good about that chip. Trip. But yeah, other than that, we'll see you next time.
Peace, love, and potty pops.
I just did want to say one last thing. Thank you to everybody that's been listening to us for the past 4 years.
Yes.
And take care, everybody.
Yes.